Hello everyone, welcome back to part 2 of the speedrun series. We will play till we're at 2000 rating, which wouldn't take too long, I hope. And the speedrun, we lose the speedrun if you lose the game. That's another challenge. Today we played the high rated player at 1250 as 1100, and it was again not the longest game, but it was very instructive, and also you can learn something new. Like I also explained some things from the opening principle, and there was also some beginner's mistakes from my opponent, which we talked about in the part where I talked about 5 typical beginner mistakes. So let's jump right into it. So this game we have white, we have the white pieces, and we play a 1245, so it's already high rated, and we will start on knight with 3 this time. I will play b3. Usually I will use we're trying to get play in the center with our bishop at knight, and we will strike in the center with e3 and d4. If you play openings where you're not taking the center immediately, it's very important that you strike in the center with your pieces some moves later. If you don't, your opponent's gonna crush you at some point. That's why you need to prepare moves like d4 to get play in the center. You see, I'm focusing on the center with d4. Let's play d4. So if pawn takes, there's knight takes, and you see that people can play e5, which might be, so look at this, knight takes, knight takes, knight takes, there's just e5, I take, pawn takes, and you see he has a very strong center. And this did not quite work, so I can play pawn takes, which seems the most logical. But this time, do I want to play this like I just said? Let me think. Let's go. So what are we gonna do? Pawn takes or knight takes? Let's play more principle and play pawn takes this time, preventing him from going e5. Okay, so yes, option. Okay, he goes e6, which is already, I think, a mistake. I think he should have focused more on getting like bishop g4 or bishop f5. I think it's already a mistake, a slide. So I want to play bishop d3. The problem is a move like knight b4, so I will play this move a3 here, just preventing bishop and knight from, especially knight, from going to b3, b4, and then we will play bishop d3 and castle. See, we're developing our pieces. Opponent is trying to play e5. There's no real way to stop this right now. But if you go here, we're kind of playing. Okay, well, let's just go bishop d3, right? If push, we can take. Wait, can we sag? Let's calculate together. So pawn takes, right? So if you play knight takes, wait, pawn takes, knight takes, bishop takes, queen h5. This looks like we're winning. This looks like we're winning a pawn, so let's do it. Let's play pawn takes. Yes, and now if bishop takes, yeah, what if bishop takes? Should we go for it? The thing is, there's bishop takes as an option too. Bishop here, and then queen e2. There's queen e7, and we're not quite winning anything. So my idea is knight takes, bishop takes. That we're gonna take, go queen h5. His only move is to go knight g7, and then we just castle and go for rook e1. I would say, let's just try it. It is very aggressive, very complicated, but let's go for it. So knight takes doesn't work. His best move is bishop takes, obviously. I don't think it's good. I'm not quite sure if it works, but let's find out together. It looks solid with castle and rook e1 because we have the open king, and we're also trading some defenders off. But yeah, I will explain to you. Usually you should always try to play as solid as possible, which is very important. Okay, he plays queen to e6. queen to e7. So what if we go? So we will first look at checks. We have queen h5 as the check. We have bishop g6. Bishop g6 doesn't make much sense. He's pinning our knight to the king. So queen h5. He goes g6. Bishop takes g6. Pawn takes g6. Queen takes h8. Bishop takes, and then we can take. No, not taking. Oh yeah, we can. Alright, so queen h5. Or we can, if we castle, knight takes, bishop takes, rook e1, and then we don't have too many options. So let's play queen h5. This looks like a solid move. If he does this, we're gonna take. After take, bishop takes, we're gonna take the knight, I think. After the king moves, I calculate this should be fine because we can take here. And if he blocks, it's bad. And yeah, exactly. I saw this. Because after take, we can take the rook. We're hitting the knight. Very important detail. That's why I calculated. Let's see if I was right or if I'm stupid. So if bishop takes, we can take back. Also very important because at the end we would drop both. We would drop the rook. So after bishop takes, we can take. Okay, but I think we can just take here. And we're just a piece up. Yeah, we're completely winning. You made a big blunder by taking with the knight and to grab the pawn. Yeah, that's so smart. So let's just castle. And let's just be totally winning and fine. You see, it was very easy. He didn't play it good. He played the wrong moves, but you see, it's only been 50 moves already, and we already have a quite good position. We're winning. Of course, it was a bit complicated what I explained, but still, looks like we're completely winning. So let's see what the opponent does. The bishop can't move. Okay, he tries he goes a5, which I don't like him. Let's just grab another pawn. No, this seems like a free pawn. Then we can give a check. Maybe we can just play knight d6. And now this is the part of the game to win, to convert the winning position. What do we have more? We have 3 pawns and the exchange up. So we should always try to trade pieces. I don't necessarily want to take because our bishop is still sniping. Maybe we go c4, c5 ideas, or we just go. Okay, he wants to trade queens, and this can only benefit us because we have a lot of more material. Another thing I want to say is, yeah, we can trade queens. In this case, because the king is so weak, we can even leave it and try to checkmate him and bring the rook. But because this is, I want to explain the fundamentals, to explain how you should play it and make it easiest way, we'll just exchange queens. Because as a beginner, you should always try to trade when your material up and convert this position as easy as possible. So let's go rook e1, pinning the knight to the king. Next we can play like knight e2. We're threatening f4, but he is probably gonna stop that. I think he's gonna hang that. And he is gonna hang it. Okay, so we have f4, which is just winning. Bishop c5, we just move the king. It's everything easy. Always look for checks, that there's nothing scary. But yeah, bishop c5 doesn't do anything. So, let's see what he does. Yeah, this is probably pretty much over. He should already can almost resign. His bishops are not gonna get to these diagonals. He is so much. Yeah, now we can just grab the bishop. He's probably gonna go bishop c5, and at which point we're gonna go king h8. Hide the king in the corner. Exactly, king h8. Next we can play like rook f1, knight d2. Both are moves. Yeah, let's go. Okay, the bishop is strong, a bit dangerous. We need to be careful. It's not doing anything right, so let's just get the knight again. When you're up material, you want to get the material into the game you're up. So in this case, we can play b4 now because we shut down any counterplay. Next, we can play like c4. We can play knight f3. A lot of moves here, and he goes bishop f2, which is a big blunder also. We can just play this move rook f1 and we're pinning the bishop to the king and there's no way to guard it. Like this is showing the biggest mistake a beginner do. It is you're attacking a piece and you're not asking where can the piece go. You attack my rook and it's not doing anything. I can just move a slide and now you're losing your bishop. It's a very big point. You guys always look what your opponent can do. Don't look at your opportunities and be like, yeah, he resigns. Don't be like, oh, I attacked the rook. Maybe he don't see it. I'm gonna win a rook. No, your opponent's also playing, and always have to look what your opponent can play. Okay, let's go into the analyze pretty soon. Next. So guys, let's go to the analyze. So we start with knight f3. He played b5, b3, and we developed the piece all simple. I want to play the move d4. He took. We should have taken with the knight. Yeah, with just the variation that I told you, but this time I wanted to play it a bit more simple. So I played takes. He played e6, which is slightly wrong. Played a6 because we have an idea. We get bishop d3, de5, take, castle was the best move, and this is what I said. This was risky at this point. I knew it's probably not gonna work because of takes, and after check there's knight f7, and I knew this was probably not gonna work after castles, but I want to show you guys. I just wanted to make it more exciting. Of course, in this position, always castle. Not thinking because of push you can take. You should just play a bit more simple, and knight e5 is knight takes e5 is a commitment. That's why you should always focus on playing solid moves, good moves, because especially on 1200 level, as you will see, the opponents are gonna make a lot of mistakes at some point. They will start making mistakes. So we played knight takes, of course. The best variation is this, queen h5, knight f7. I saw this and this, and I thought this is a position which is playable. How many moves was this I calculate? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 moves, I think. So you see, and this is losing after ending. Okay. But he pushed, we rightly sacked, he took, we took his rook, he took, we took his knight, and here we already completely winning. So he played a5, we just took the pawn, we exchanged queens, here we played rook e1, b5, we took the knight, he gave us a check, and this is very simple, you see, you can just convert, you could have also pushed, yeah, and here we resigned, right? Okay, that was a good game, Thank you for watching the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it and could learn something new. If you have any ideas or if you have any moves that you would have played instead, then write into the comments. I will respond to everyone, and we will see us in the next video. Bye.